Welcome back to the Marble Sphere Championship. Today, the participants have arrived at the Iron Nails track to continue our Spring Tournament 2026. Who's taking the win today? Pick your favorite from the quiz in the description, then stick around to find out if you're right. If you've already picked the marble you think will win, let's head over to our first featured marble, Uruguay. If you look closely, you can also see Sweden becoming the first marble to get stuck on this track. Uruguay isn't making any progress at all and is now heading into the Board of Nails section. Too many bumps in this section have pushed Uruguay towards the back of the leaderboard. Argentina is keeping Uruguay company at the back of the leaderboard. After taking the second booster, Uruguay manages to overtake a few marbles, but that doesn't mean Uruguay's position is safe just yet. Glancing back at Uruguay towards the end of lap 1, we caught a glimpse of India falling off the track before the first elevator. That's quite unfortunate for India, especially since they were holding second place when that accident happened. But the race goes on, and we are now watching Japan exit the second elevator. We can see Sweden is still stuck, which means Sweden is now automatically disqualified from this race. Japan is currently sitting in 13th place, and that's not bad news at all for Japan's fans. If you're a Japan fan, you'll know that Japan is currently placed 35th in the tournament leaderboard, just between India in last place and the Philippines. Japan is now exiting the final elevator and has moved up into the top 10. We hope Japan can stay consistent through to the final lap. While we're in lap 3, let's check our current standings. Bahrain, South Korea, and Cambodia are currently leading the race. Speaking of those 3 marbles, Bahrain has been performing well, finishing 9th in a previous race, while South Korea and Cambodia haven't had the best of results recently, with both finishing outside the top 20. Wait, what's happening to Croatia's marble? Croatia didn't seem to have any difficulty taking the first elevator, but suddenly their marble drops to the track wall and falls off completely. On top of that, Nepal appears to be stuck in the same situation Sweden was in earlier. That brings the total to 4 official disqualifications, and we're only in lap 3. Will we see yet another marble get disqualified? At the rate things are going, we wouldn't be surprised. At the front of the race, Bahrain and Cambodia are still putting on a fierce battle for the viewers. Their marbles don't seem too concerned about the disqualifications happening around them. They're fully focused on the fight for the lead. Canada is now our race leader and has already reached lap 4. Meanwhile, China, the home country of this track, is still holding on to a top 20 position. Now, let's spectate another marble. This time, we're focusing on France. We can see Nepal has gotten out of its stuck position, but as we already know, Nepal has been disqualified, so no matter what position Nepal finishes in, they won't be earning any points from this race. After exiting the final elevator, France is still inside the top 10 and moves up to exactly 6th place just before reaching lap 5. South Korea, who was so dominant in laps 1 and 2, has been struggling from lap 3 onwards. South Korea is now sitting in 12th after their marble clips a nail. Yet another disqualification is confirmed as England gets stuck on one of the alternate paths. The disqualification streak doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. We honestly didn't expect this track to claim so many marbles, even though the only real challenge here is the nails. They are placed very strategically. There are only 2 laps remaining. On the way to the final elevator, we can also see Russia, Indonesia, and Egypt getting stuck. We hope those 3 can work their way free without any further issues. Lap 6 is underway. We can see Spain is giving our host country China a hard time. We thought Spain was going to be the next disqualification, but thankfully South Africa gives Spain just enough of a nudge to keep going. However, this drops Spain's position and pushes them out of the top 20. We can see England is still stuck, and even if their marble could somehow continue, it has already been officially disqualified. If Spain can use the board of nails section to make some overtakes, it could help them recover. But luck isn't on Spain's side. Instead of making overtakes, Spain gets stuck on one of the nails. We are now switching our featured marble to the United States. It seems the United States, along with Sweden and Malaysia, are sitting at the back of the leaderboard. At this point, it looks like the United States will be happy as long as their marble avoids disqualification. Now, the Philippines is our final featured marble. And things are looking pretty good for them. Sitting in 13th place heading into the final lap is a solid position on this track. The Philippines is now entering the board of nails section, where we can still see Spain, Indonesia, and Egypt stuck inside. Even after exiting the second elevator, the Philippines can't find a way past Vietnam, and ultimately has to settle for a 14th place finish at the Iron Nails track. Congratulations to all marbles that crossed the finish line. And for the marbles that were disqualified, don't worry, there is always another chance. Let's take a look at the race result. Like, share, and subscribe for more marble racing simulations.